All right. Well, good to see you, Xiaonan. Always great getting to chat with you. So, I mean, happy Saturday. Just how are things going? How's the day been so far?
小南，很高
嗯
兴又一次采访你啊。然后今天是一个周六，现在一切怎么样
我也很高兴见到你，我一切都顺利，很好的周末。
？Very happy to see you too, and everything goes well. Very good Saturday, very good weekend.
Very cool. Very cool. And I mean, just how have things been since the last fight? It's been a little bit. Just how have you been keeping busy overall?
所以呢，自从去年10月打完邓恩那场比赛以来，一直到现在，最近一直都在忙些什么呢？一直都在干些什么呢？
打完的那场比赛，我休息了3周吧，就要自己一个放松啊。比赛胜利了，前一段时间不是紧张的状态吗，完了放松了3到4个星期之后，我就回归训练了，一直在训练，一直等待比赛，一直在准备下一场。
Yeah, I took a break after my last fight, about 3 to 4 weeks, just have some relax, and then yeah, then just back to training again, and waiting for my next fight, prepare for my next fight.
Of course, yeah. I saw on your Instagram at the end of last year what you got to do some, exploring a little bit. You went to Disneyland and I believe Universal Studios. Looks like you had some good little vacation trips. I mean, what was the most fun thing you got to do during your little break?
所以打完比赛去放松的时候，他看你发了 ins，然后你应该是去了迪士尼，然后是不是还
嗯，
去了环球影城？你觉
对。
得好玩吗？哪些最有意思？跟他说说。
我觉得最有意思的是迪士尼里面的那个，星际大战还是什么？我们当时不知道那个是跳楼机，我带着我爸爸跟我朋友一起坐了，我爸爸也上去了，吓坏了当时。反正还有就是环球影城里面那个时候是那个，万圣节，当时会有一些拿电锯的什么的，反正我
嗯
爸都第一回见这种年轻的东西，都吓坏了。我觉得这个挺难忘的，这两个地方。
Yeah, we went to Disneyland. I with my dad and my friends, and in Disneyland we played a thing like jump down from very high places, and my we don't know what it is before we do that. So my dad joined us as well, and he was shocked, but it's very fun. And at the Universal Studio, there because it's end of October, so there are a couple Halloween theme things, and my dad was shocked as well, but it's very fun.
Yeah, that sounds great. Of course, getting to go with the family. That's always fun. And, I mean, was that your first time getting to go to any of the Disney places? Because I know that there's a Disney World in Shanghai, right? I didn't get to go when I was there, but was that your first time at a Disney World or a Disneyland?
所以这是你第一次去迪士尼吗？因为国内应该好像也有，上
对，
海也有
上海。
个迪士尼是吧？你去过
对。
国内的吗？
我没有去过国内的迪士尼，这是我第一次去迪士尼，但是环球影城我去过，所以说我特别的喜欢迪士尼吧。完了，这次我去的是成人园儿，我希望我下次这次比赛胜利了，我可以去儿童园。
Yeah, this is my first time being to Disneyland. I never been to the Disneyland in Shanghai, so
Mhm.
this is my first time. So this time I went to the adult region zone. So next time, if I win this fight, I want to uh, go to Disneyland again and go to the zone for kid.
All right, there you go. A good goal, a good celebration present to have after a potential win here. So that's very exciting. And I got to congratulate you too, Xiaonan. I mean, well, you just signed a new deal, so a new contract. That's very exciting. Can you share how many fights are on it? I mean, congratulations on this.
所以啊，说到这个下一场比赛，然后呢，他说先恭喜你，因为你看到你又签了一个新合同，然后你
嗯
能跟他透露透露吗？比如说新合同有几场，或者有什么想跟他说的？
我签了新合同，我新合同有6场比赛，完了出场费比原来高了，这个是我挺满意的合同，我要为了这合同也要好好打。
Yeah, I got a 6 fight deal for my new contract, and I got uh, the payment is very good. I got paid way more than my last deal. So for the money, I think I should fight, work hard and win the fight.
All right. Yeah, that's great to hear. So big congratulations. You've definitely earned that. And I mean, especially after a great win over Mackenzie Dern, your first main event, I mean, just how satisfying was that one looking back on it? And I'm sure you've watched it plenty of times now, but beating somebody of her caliber, especially on the ground, like just how good did that win feel? And especially snapping the losing streak too.
所以啊，他说能签这么一份大合同呢，也跟你上场比赛这个胜利也分不开，对吧？第一次打主赛，然后赢了邓恩这么一个非常强的地面选手，所以那场比赛赢下之后，你心里的感觉是什么样的？尤其是在之前两场比赛都输了，然后拿下这么一场比赛，然后又重回胜利的这个轨迹，你感受是什么样的？
我就是反正打登这场比赛，我当时就是反正拼死一搏了，我必须要全力以赴去打这场比赛，而且赢了之后我特别的喜悦，因为前两场不都输掉了吗？终于尝到又尝到喜悦的就是滋味了，也尝到了就是裁判举我手的那种感觉，就是特别自豪吧。嗯，我又赢了之后，我觉得我又有一些更大的动力，我觉得我还可以去冲击冠军，也是赢了比赛对自己的肯定。
Yeah, I think before Mackenzie's fight, I was at the lowest point of my career because two loss streak for my previous two fights. So I just bet everything on that fight, try my best, train extremely hard, and I want to win that fight so badly. So when my hand was raised by the referee, I was so happy, purely happy. I think all the hard work paid off, and also I came back to the winning track, so I can see a brighter future in my UFC career.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, obviously, you always want to get the finishes, Zhao Nan, but I'm curious, like in that case, getting to do a 5 round fight for the first time and go the full 5 rounds, would you think that was kind of important for you to get to have that experience?
所以啊，包括上一场比赛，因为
嗯。
也是打满5回合嘛，所以你也是第一次打第4、第5回合。你觉得这个经验对你来说重要吗？因为是你头一次体验这种打冠军回合吧，咱就讲。
我觉得当时，感觉也跟平时训练，我训练当中备战3回合、5回合的训练都是一样的，只不过会稍微多了一些，呃，平时我备战3回合比赛也会打6个实战，也会是正常的体能训练，只不过这回我觉得更多的就是打完3回合，知道自己还有2回合，知道还有2回合要去做，也没什么，就是觉得体能嘛，体能是一个收获，我觉得也是一个考验。
I didn't feel anything special to fight 5 rounds. So in the fourth, fifth round, I didn't feel anything special because when I prepare for either 3 rounds fights or 5 round fights, I always spar like 5, 6 rounds. So stamina is never a problem of mine. The only difference is for the Mackenzie fight is when after the third round, I know okay, I still have 2 rounds to fight. That's it.
Right. So just kind of getting yourself mentally ready that, oh, the fight's not over. You got to kind of stay ready for more action to
Yeah.
come, right?
Yeah，所以其实也就无非是自己精神上一个给自己一
对
个准备，就是啊，自己还要再打2回合。其实体能上没什么变化，对吧
对，yes。
？Yeah, not a lot of change. Yeah, only on the mental side.
Of course, of course. And I mean, speaking kind of the mental side, Xiaonan, like obviously you've been spending plenty of time in the U.S. now as you do your training in Sacramento, Team Alpha Male, and all that stuff. Like, I'm sure it's gotten maybe a little bit easier over time, of course, as you adjust and whatnot. But what would you say is kind of like the hardest thing about living abroad?
所以啊，说到这个精神准备这方面，他说你也在美国训练了这么长的时间了，备战了好几场比赛，那是不是相对来说，在这边训练的时间越长，那么适应的越好，然后相对各方面就更容易一些？那你觉得长时间的在海外备战生活最难的一点是什么？
我觉得就是待的时间越长，我越感觉到舒适，而且对这个环境也越来越熟悉。我觉得最难的就是语言不通嘛，但都是刚开始的时候的语言不通，还有刚开始跟教练接触的默契没有达到，因为这个教练他也不了解你是什么风格的选手。但是随着时间慢慢的长了，我什么都感觉很舒服了，感觉真在国内和国外都是一样的。
Yeah, I think you are right. It's getting more and more easier training in the U.S. since I stay here longer and longer. So the hardest thing when I just arrived here, of course, is the language barrier. I cannot speak English when I just came here. And the other thing is you don't have the chemistry between the coaches when you just arrived here because you don't know each other. You don't know the coach. The coaches don't know you. But now, since I stay here for a longer time, we all know each other. I'm more familiar with everything, training, living. So now everything is good.
Yeah, definitely. It's only one of those things that just kind of takes time, right, to adjust to everything. And I mean, how is the English improving, Xiaonan? Have you been working on it at all?
所以你现在英语怎么样？
我就
有点
能，
提高吗？
对，我平常的话，我周六日前段时间我都有上课，但是因为备战了，最后减重期间，我怕自己烦躁，我就把课停掉了。所以说，我觉得英语还是好了很多，对大概的意思我都能听懂，我听懂的要比会说的要多。
I'm taking English class every weekend. I just stopped it for like recently because it's the last weeks for the fight camp.
Right.
My English improved a lot. Basically, I can understand a lot of things. I can understand more than what I can speak.
Yeah, usually it seems like it's easier to understand than, putting it out there to start off. So that's definitely good to hear. And have you been helping Uriah with his Mandarin? Is he getting better at that?
所以，那在你自己学英语的同时，你有教他们 Tima f i m a l 的人学的中文吗？教飞波什么的，教。
他们经常会问我"你好"怎么说，我的教练 Danny 啊，或者是一些就是队友啊，他们飞波也会问"你好"，或者是好，或者是中午好，或者"你好吗"，都会特别简单。
Yeah, they always ask me like Uriah, Danny ask me how to say some simple words like greeting people, how to say hello, how to say good morning, and try to say it to me. Yeah.
All right, very cool. Yeah, it was always funny remembering what it seemed like the one of Song Yadong's fights when Uriah was kind of trying to be the translator. If you remember that moment, it was kind of funny.
他说记得有一次宋亚东比赛的时候，飞波还试着帮着翻译两句。
Yeah, so always love to see it, but we love to see you in action as well, Xiaonan. So this is a very big, exciting fight you got coming up with Jessica Andrade. I mean, former champ, just one of the best that we've had in the UFC for a good while. So, I mean, how excited are you for this one? I'm sure that you were always expecting to fight her at some point, especially as you kept winning and winning, but now here we are. So how excited are you for it? And just how do you think you match up with somebody, of Jessica Andrade's experience of all?
所以那接下来说到下场比赛了，咱马上要打的这场比赛，大比赛，德拉德也是这个女子选手里这个数得着的这个名将之一。那么，随着你在 UFC 不断的胜利，现在终于打到了安德拉德这么一个小怪。然后你怎么看自己的这场比赛？
我觉得安德拉德是一个很强悍的对手吧，他拿过冠军，也挑战过很多次冠军。完了也打过赢量级，也去打过雏量级，他参加了3个级别，好像我听上一次采访的时候问我，所以说他是一个很强悍的对手，但是我相信我能打败他，因为打败他证明我更强了，我愿意挑战，我勇于挑战。
Yeah, Jessica is definitely one of the greatest female athletes in the MMA world. She is a former champion, former challenger. She fought in strawweight division, flyweight division. I also heard he fought bantam before, but I'm not sure. Maybe. So she is definitely a very, very good fighter, a tough opponent. But I do want to challenge her because if I can beat her, which prove that I am the better one.
Yeah, certainly. It would be a great win to have under the belt, and she's coming back down to strawweight from the flyweight division. She's been bouncing back and forth, kind of like you said right there. And I had a loss in her last fight. It was kind of a short notice one, so I'm curious, like, what you made of that fight that she had against Erin Blanchfield, and like, do you think it was maybe more of the short notice that was a problem for her, or is just Erin that good of a fighter? Like, what did you make of her last loss she had?
所以她上场比赛打那个57那个女孩，然后临时顶替出战，然后 输了。那你怎么看这场比赛？你觉得他被终结是因为就是临时顶替没有准备好，还是对手确实也很强？你怎么看他上一场比赛的表现？
我觉得是，对手也确实很强，他对手柔术很好，确实很强，而且我觉得安德拉德还是打，就是我们这级别超量级会优势大一点，因为57的身高体重啊，确实要比我们优势大。他确实是临时，就他临时顶上这个做法，挺让人敬佩的，因为他经常打比赛。
Yeah, I think for her last fight, factors first, uh, Erin is a bad matchup for her in flyweight. I do think strawweight is Jessica's division. Like she can fight at strawweight more naturally. For if she fight in flyweight, she has the advantage of like range and tall. And Erin is definitely bigger than her and a very very good grappler. So it was a bad matchup for Jessica. And also, as you said, it's a last minute replacement. So that also played as a factor why she lost that fight. But I do respect Jessica. She keep active, take fight, take risk. But I do think, yeah, she should fight in strawweight.
Yeah, certainly a lot of different factors that went into that one, and very interesting to watch it play out. But it's interesting, for her to come back down again and then have this matchup with you. Like, she's somebody who has proven to be capable of fighting anywhere. Like she, of course, she's very powerful, has very hard punches and whatnot. Just one of the most powerful women fighters out there, and she can slam people. Like, she's happy to go to the ground on occasions as well. So what do you kind of expect her to try and do in this one, Xiaonan? Do you think she'll try and, wrestle you a little bit, or you think she'll be happy to try and, striking battle with you because, you're a great range fighter and will have the distance advantage on her because, she's very short.
那么说到这个打法和技术风格啊，这个安德拉德就还算就比较全能了，然后也有战力，然后拳也重，能 KO 人，然后呢也能摔，然后呢带到地面呢也不怕，也可以控制降服。所以那你怎么准备跟他这场比赛？你觉得他会怎么打你？你觉得他是会跟你拼战力，还是他想摔你，还是想把比赛带到地面？你有什么想法？
我不知道他会怎么打我，我觉得他对自己的战力也很自信，这是大概我猜的，他对自己战力很自信，但是他也会，如果战力拿不到便宜，肯定会摔我，所以说我两手准备，战力还有摔跤，我什么都准备好了，而且教练也给我安排了一些训练计划，针对他的，我只要做到教练给我要求我做的，我就能拿下这场比赛，而且我相信我的速度还有我的身高臂展要好于他。
I don't know what she think to fight against me, but I do believe. But I think she's pretty confident on her striking. So maybe we can start with we'll fight on the feet. But if she cannot get anything from the striking, she may try to take me down and fight on the ground. So we prepared everything for this fight: striking, wrestling, grappling, and my coaches also created some game plan to cater for Jessica's fighting style. So yeah, and I also think I'm faster than her. I'm longer, more rangy than her. So yeah, we have a plan to how to fight against Jessica.
All right. Yeah, it's a very interesting matchup when you look at kind of all the elements both you guys possess and whatnot. So very much looking forward to it, Xiaonan. And like the division's kind of in a weird spot right now at the very top, like amongst the title challengers and who will get the next title shot. We kind of don't really know at the moment. So a win for you would be very big right here. And I'm curious, like, do you think that it would be enough to get you a title shot, or what are you kind of feeling in terms of what's going to happen with Weili's next opponent and who it'll be?
所以啊，那咱们从这场比赛再说到你这个级别。那么现在这级别呢，咱们现在还不知道谁会是接下来的这个冠军挑战者。那么你觉着，如果这场比赛你赢下安德拉德之后，你有没有可能会成为这个冠军挑战者？所以你觉得，对于你这个级别接下来的局势，你自己是怎么想、怎么看的？
我觉得我要是拿这场比赛的话，我觉得我是很有利的一个挑战者，就是觉得非我莫属哈，就感觉我应该能拿到挑战权了。 我觉得我要是拿一场比赛，我觉得我们草量级会有大的变动，像莱莫斯也有可能就是他们现在有说去挑战张伟丽，但也不确定。完了，卡拉又去怀孕了，又休息了，还有罗斯最近也没有打比赛。我觉得，我要能拿下比赛的话，是一个挺大的一个挑战者，也竞争力很强。
Yeah, I think if I can win this fight, I definitely deserve to be, I mean, the next title challenger. Because if you look at the roster of our division, Carla, Rose, they may out for a while in this division. And there are rumors that Amanda Lemos may fight Weili for the next, but we don't know. Nothing has announced yet, so we don't know. But I do believe, yeah, if I can win Jessica, I think I deserve a title shot for sure.
Yeah, it definitely puts you in a great spot. That's for sure. So yeah, we'll see how it all shakes out, I guess. But we haven't talked since the last title fight, Xiaonan. So I want to get your thoughts. Like, what did you make of Weili's performance against Carla? I mean, she did pretty well, but were you kind of surprised to see exactly how she beat her and just how it all played out?
所以说到冠军啊，那咱们说说这个现冠军的这个表现。上场韦利赢卡拉，你怎么评价他上场的表现？然后他等于把卡拉降服了嘛？你对他的表现感到惊讶吗？然后怎么评价那场比赛？
我觉得他肯定是大练了，就是他打卡拉的时候大量的练了一些防摔啊和柔术啊。我觉得他表现的挺好的，他已经很轻松就拿下比赛了。但是我对卡拉我觉得不太满意，也许他是结婚了吧，我觉得他没有全力以赴，就没有以前的状态更好一些。对，
Yeah, I'm not surprised by Weili's. I definitely believe she put a lot of work on her wrestling, grappling, takedown defense to cater Carla's game. So nothing surprised on her performance. She's great. But for Carla, I'm a little bit disappointed on her performance. I don't think the best version of Carla for that fight. I think she didn't try her best to fight Weili, probably for some reason, like she got married or some other reasons. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that did happen, and now she's pregnant, so she's gonna have a baby. Congrats to her, but she will be out for a while, so maybe yeah, the mind is in a different place, obviously. But we'll see what happens when and if she does come back. But I'm curious, Xiaonan, like this is the matchup between you and Weili is one that like has been it was very cool and exciting to think about as you guys were both rising up through the UFC and getting close to the title shot and whatnot. And then obviously she got hers and became champion. Like, do Chinese fans still often like mention wanting to see you two fight, or is it kind of, maybe died down a little bit because things have happened since you guys were on your long winning streaks? But is that something that gets brought up to you a lot from fans?
对啊，说到这个伟力，然后跟你等于你们俩同在这个级别，来自同一个国家的选手，又都是在这个级别排名很前列的，有可能成为这个冠军的竞争者。那他想知道，作为中国的粉丝，他们很期待看你们俩打比赛吗？还是他们的这个想是怎么样的？你有所了解吗？就大家还有没有把你们俩往一块儿拴？
我觉得我有一些国内的一些媒体账号嘛，我经常他们都会拿我跟张伟丽比较，就是德比呀、什么的，经常会说。我觉得大家肯定是想看到这场比赛，想看到我俩打，一定是的，因为经常拿我俩比较，经常拿这个事儿整一些制造一些言论，说谁厉害呀、什么的，有两拨人嘛。
Yeah, I think maybe you know what. So I sometimes I view some like articles or news from the Chinese media. They always compare me and Wei Li for no reason. Probably just maybe just generate some clicks or viewerships. So maybe so I guess if they always talk about this like the China Derby, like Xiaonan versus Wei Li. So I probably there's some interesting among the Chinese fans. They want to see we fight against each other, but who knows?
Right. I mean, does that get annoying at all when it's kind of random, like you say, or is it just like it is what it is? How do you kind of respond to that?
所以有时候这媒体老把你们俩往一块比，你心里你烦吗？或者还是你怎么想？你是无所谓，爱怎么着怎么着？就你对于这种比较你怎么看？
刚开始的时候我是比较不习惯的，我觉得为什么老把我们俩再放一起比较？后来我发现，就要制造他们就要整一些事情出来，所以说肯定要把我俩放到一起，而且放到一起之后，我发现不管是说我的好，会骂我的好，还能给我带来一些流量，所以说现在也接受了，挺好的，挺好玩的，看。
Yeah, of course. I was pretty annoying when saw them like always put my name and Willie's name together, compare and say, hey, who like get create some beef between
Right.
us. So I dislike that, but now I'm pretty much like accept it because I figure out even they some bullshit, crazy things, but it can generate some followers or viewership on my social media. So it's okay. It's not that bad. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a good
Still
way.
talking that's absolutely yes.
Yeah, turn it all into a positive. And I mean, hey, if it's attaching you to the person who's the champ at the moment, then at least that's where you want to have the fight in the end, because then you can get the title if she's still the champion by the time it's offered. So in that regard, it's good. But I can definitely see where it's like there's nothing going on here, right? Like there's no issue between you guys personally. So let's not make it that kind of thing, right? And I'm sure you've never really had any problems with a past opponent before anyways, Xiaonan. I mean, you tell me, but seems like you're just a very competitive person, and there's never been a personal issue with you and other fighters, right?
所以他说，那其实本身你跟伟丽，你们俩个人之间也没有什么吧，而且他觉着好像你也不是那种特别纠结这种个人之间的事儿的人，而且包括你跟你前面打过的选手，互相之间也没有什么任何的私人恩怨，对吧？无非就是比赛而已。
对，我觉得我跟赵文丽底下还，比方说上一场比赛，我打邓恩之前，我去拉斯维加斯，他看到我还说加油啊，比赛完了我也给他加油，他打卡拉的时候，互相见面还有说话呀。完了以前在训练当中也是一个挺的同一个挺的教练，我觉得没有什么，但是网友老是就是很多人粉丝啊，就老是说，你会感觉关系会有一些微妙，因为我是奔着腰带去的，他在那个位置。他只要在那位置，我就要去打他，我就要去抢了。
Yeah, so the relationship between me and Weili was just very very subtle. Of course, there is nothing personal between us. We know each other. For example, after my Mackenzie fight, I stayed in Vegas for a couple days, couple weeks, and Weili was there as well to prepare her Carlos fight. So we met each other and UFC PI. We say hello to each other. We talk. So nothing went wrong. Yeah, we definitely have no problems. But since those media fans always talk about this, hey, those two girls gonna fight against each other. She dislike her. She dislike her. So it make you feel weird. And of course, she is the champion, and my goal is get the belt. So I know maybe one day fight each other. So the energy between us is it's okay, but still a little bit, different.
Yeah, I mean, those kind of things make it a little bit weird. And my goodness, John, I mean, it's preparing you for when you do fight, right? Because just think about how much crazier it'll get once you're actually set to fight.
所以其实你就尽量把这个还是专注于就是比赛本身这方面，就不要管那些就是乱七八糟的，闲言碎语、是是非非那种。
对，yes.
Yeah, I just try to don't care all the BS on the social media.
Yeah, definitely good to avoid it as much as you can, because there's plenty of it to go around. But we'll worry about that once we get there, Xiaonan, because obviously Jessica Andrade first, and can't wait to see it. So wishing you the best of luck with the fight. Appreciate you taking the time so much as always again. I will let you get on with the rest of your Saturday, ma'am. Always great time, and hope training camp goes smoothly, and it's just all smooth sailing from here on out, and a big shishi. Thank you as always.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.